Hey everyone, it's Ken Schmidt, CEO and founder of TurningPoint Executive Search, coming to you again today from my home office here in San Diego. I thought I'd share a couple more ideas with you about making this transition to a work from home situation that we're all going through together. We've actually been a virtual business here at TurningPoint since day one, so just about 13 years. And there's a lot of things that we do to try to adjust to having us not be in the same office at the same time on a regular basis. But now that a lot of other companies are going through the same thing, we're sharing some tips and suggestions about how to manage through that. One of the things that's come up quite a bit over the last 10 days or so is conducting interviews, both from the candidate side, but also from the company side. And how do you make a connection? How do you build rapport? How can you build that trust factor, if you will, with folks that you haven't gotten a chance to meet in person? So a couple ideas around that. First of all, make sure that you are setting up your interview with the right expectations in the beginning. A one-on-one virtual interview is much more effective versus a panel when it comes to virtual interviews, so try to keep it to a one-on-one if at all possible. Secondly, it's very, very important, even more important than usual, to make sure that you have an agenda and a set list of questions, both for you as the interviewer as well as the interviewee, because you've got to find a way to build that rapport, build that trust factor, and have a communication between the two of you that's going to be able to uncover whether or not you're a good fit for one another. That's really important. Make sure that you do your research as well. There's nothing worse, whether it's in person or virtual, nothing worse than an interview where the interviewer or the candidate has not done their research on the other individual or the other company. So make sure that you are prepared coming into it also. We've heard about some other examples of very creative ways to do virtual interviews. Some folks have actually resorted to doing kind of a walking interview where, of course, you're 5 or 6 feet apart, as is the requirement right now. But even going for a walk at the park or around someplace else close by you can both meet at. It does give you a chance to actually meet in person while talking kind of face-to-face without having to have that close quarter interactions as well. So think about something like that as another way to do it as well. But again, as I mentioned, the really important thing is to prepare beforehand. Spend a little bit extra time. If you might normally spend 30 minutes for an interview one-on-one in person, allow for 45 minutes or even an hour this time around, because you want to really give yourself enough time to understand whether or not this is a good fit as you make the decision to hire somebody. So hopefully that's helpful. Feel free to reach out to us, any questions, and we'll come back to you again tomorrow with some other suggestions and tips for working from home. Thanks so much. Be safe out there. Take care.